No, I'm not dead, believe it or not. I haven't been out here in months because I'm a slacker. Formula still under there, becoming a shelf. Granny Sunbird over here, becoming a shelf. But hey, we're only a few days away from spring. Insurance is renewed on the old Sunbird, so we're cruising around in her. But yeah, I really need to get back to work on the formula. So I figured I'm gonna do a bunch of little projects. One of the ones we're gonna work on is the dash. The original dash for this car is in pretty rough shape. So, but I had repainted it at one point in time. But I'm kind of torn on what to do with it. So walk through some stuff here I'm gonna do, and then maybe you guys can give me some ideas as to, do I keep it original looking or do I put aftermarket gauges in it? I'm kind of torn. So let me know what you think. Oh, the shed of parts. Look at all my crap. So I gotta find my dashes. Oh, there they are right there. So I've got two dashes here. This is avalanche. This is actually the original dash out of the formula. I've repainted this dash with SEM. So I'm gonna cut in here and just show some pictures of what we've already done with this dash. This is how it looked when I brought the car home. Pretty much the dash pad was completely obliterated, and the dash was pretty worn. You can't see it in this picture, but the wood grain trim that's on there, it's an applique. It was peeling off at the corners because the car had sat outside for so long. Here's the gauges. Yeah, pretty much unusable. They were pretty rusty. There's really no way to clean those and refinish them. But I've got a couple other different sets of gauges that I can use for if I want to go with a stock type of appearance. And here's the dash completely stripped. Again, this was carmine in color. It's a darker red than the Firethorn that I have it painted now. So, but I basically scrubbed this dash down, and then I think this picture is just, yeah, this is just it wet. So I cleaned it all off. All the silver trim is gone. All the white lettering is gone. And after I painted this with the SEM, the SEM Firethorn red, I went back and used some paint to relabel the raised lettering, which I probably need to redo actually because some of it's not that great. And then the silver trim, actually that was really simple to do. I just bought one of these Molotow liquid chrome markers and painted it with that, and it came out really well. Firethorn, I'm probably going to repaint it to carmine. The car is going to get a carmine interior, most likely. So I think I got to repaint it. But the wood grain that's supposed to be on there was all peeling off. I'll put a picture over here someplace, but it was all peeling off, so I just peeled it the rest of the way off. But what am I going to do? Stay there. To replace that, well, here's the dash out of the 76 coupe. My red car died a horrible death. And it's got good wood grain. So you're like, well, why don't you just use that dash, dummy? Well, it's cracked. It's cracked right there. It's cracked right there. It's missing that chunk. So, yeah, can't really use this one. But I'm wondering if I use a heat gun, if I can get that wood grain laminate off in one piece. I mean, it came off of this one without too much effort. So maybe let's give it a try. Oh, and it's cracked down here. The one on the red car is. So, see if I can't scratch up Granny's trunk lid there. So they are side by side. They're actually both technically Firethorn. This one here, original Firethorn. This one's repainted Firethorn. So, yeah. Let's get out the heat gun. See if we can't be successful. Fingers crossed. Well, If I ruin it, I ruin it. This dash isn't any good. So I guess we'll warm it up here with the old heat gun and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Also, I got 900 times in this video, so well, it melted already. Melted already there. So maybe we got to heat it from the back. Let's try that. So that's the trick. Heat it from the back, and it melts the glue. Now I don't want to tug on that because it'll probably tear. So I'll heat it over here now. That only took a few seconds really. So we'll heat it from this side and see if we can't peel that sucker off. A little bit of damage here, but you won't even hardly see that. So this might be what we do to save that dash up there. Bingo. Bingo. There we go. If I wasn't a dummy and melted that little end, but man, you can hardly tell. So that was a little side. So, bring this away out. Ding! Look at that. Now we just gotta glue it back on. Now we gotta get that big one. But honestly, that came off really easy. So this should be a piece of cake. I forgot I had this. I can film and use both my hands. So the hardest part about doing this stupid thing is how you're holding it, and it's very kind of awkward. So without burning myself. So this stupid thing is in the way. Oh, just to show you how bad this dash is. Look how rotten that is in there. So I don't know how that got all corroded, but since this dash is no good, we'll just tear that out, get that out of the way, and now I'll heat up from the back and try to pull this sucker off. Put enough. Just see it melting. There we go. There we go. Oops. Once you get it started, it comes off pretty easy. Oh yeah, there we go. It should. There she is, she's flappy. I'll have to heat up over here. See if you hold it in one spot too long, it starts to melt. There we go. There we go. I gotta be very careful. Oops. Where am I at here? Right here, right here where it's thin. So if I pull too hard, I'm sure it'll rip it right in half. there she goes. Alright. All we got left is this very end piece. This end is a little stubborn, but it's also thicker over right here. Man. There we go. Oh, maybe. Come on. I don't want to force it and rip it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh. Ta-da! So there we go. This is the broken dash. Now it's extra broken. And I got that off all in one piece. So this should clean up pretty well. Now the only concern I've got is it's got a lot of contact cement on the back that I probably need to clean off somehow. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, now we can put this dash back together. So here's the original dash out of the formula again. Here's our pieces. So yeah, we just gotta figure out how to clean off all this contact cement. And then those should go right back in there. Easy peasy. Oh, and for the bezels, I got a few to choose from here. Get this grill out of the way. So we got this one, it's in pretty good shape. That should work. We got this one that I peeled off, so we can't use that one. We got another one here. It should be in pretty good shape. Oh, that's a Monzo one. That ain't gonna work. And oh, this one looks like it's the best actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think we might be using that one. So yeah, I don't know if they're different or those are just faded or dirty. But this one's clean. And we just gotta find out which one has the best plastics. You can polish those up. We're gonna do that Monzo one. Here it is. Monzo one. Actually, that might have the best plastic. So, yeah, maybe this one. There you go. Pretend there's gauges in there. But the formula dash actually is a gauge cluster dash. So if I wanted to put original gauges in here, which I have, I could. So yeah, I think we found a way to save this sucker. Good deal. And I'll see you in 6 to 8 months when I finally decide to buy gauges and put them in here. So one more thing I'll do before I toss this sucker. This is a non-gauge ribbon. The ribbons change if you have gauges or non-gauges. This is a non-gauge dash. So, but I'll save the ribbon forever because I'm a hoarder, and I'll save all these little light bulbs too. Might as well save the little Speedo clippy, and this little piece over here, which is a light for the heater controls. And might as well pull this stupid little there goes the light bulb, that little thing right there, because again, I'm a hoarder. You might need that stuff. Oh, another thing that always breaks in these dashes, there's little standoffs here for the windshield wiper switch. They're broken on here. I think they're broken on this dash too, actually. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, 2 of the 3 are broken here, but I think that's a fairly easy fix. Maybe buy a piece of polystyrene and glue it in there, or I think my buddy Chris has a metal bracket version that he made, so maybe I'll duplicate that. But oh, this is a gauge cluster. I think I said that already, so it's a little bit different than the other one. So, but yeah, Granny Sunbird is a shelf. But yeah, might as well pull all this stuff out of here. Somebody might need it. I might need it. Oops, losing them all. There you go. Took everything out of there. Anything that's bolted to the stupid dash I took out. Not that I'll ever need it or use it. Here's that. Yep. Whatever you would call it. Dead gauge, no gauge, empty gauge. Light for the heater controls. Speedometer clip. I tape all the little screws to them just so I have them. This goes here for the light bulbs to shine through the little windows. But yeah, there's nothing left on this thing now, except that. Maybe we'll take that off. Radio tune something, I guess. I guess I should probably flip this thing around and do it on the back, so I can't burn my face off. Oops, upside down. So that's actually a little thin piece of aluminum with some double-sided tape on the back. But you know what's interesting? Because my dog is gonna bark at people. What's interesting is the Formula's dash didn't have it. Either, or probably fell off. I don't think I removed it. I did repaint this, but I don't think it was there when I got the car. I'll have to look. I'll put a picture over here somewhere. But yeah, now I can put that here. There you go. So now the debate is, do I use original gauges or do I put aftermarket gauges in here? I kind of like the original gauges because my concern was I was gonna obviously need a speedometer, obviously need a tach, obviously I need a fuel gauge, and then oh, there's no oil pressure gauge. Well, anyway, but this one gives you volts and temperature. Fuel gauge. I have that clock doesn't work, but I have an NOS clock over there, which also probably doesn't work. But do I do original gauges or do I do aftermarket gauges? If I do aftermarket gauges, I'll do obviously a speedometer and a tach, a temperature gauge, a fuel gauge, but I really kind of want an oil pressure gauge, and I don't have any place to put one in this dash. I guess I could drill a hole here and put one here, or maybe sling it under the dash, but I don't like that. Maybe I get rid of the clock and I put an oil gauge there. I don't know. What do you guys think? So that's where we're at in the dash. I'll debate this for a few months and then do nothing. So, yep. So that'll do it for this episode. Not much of an episode, I guess, but hey, at least I'm back out here doing something. But yeah, we wanted to move this past year and we weren't able to. I really need a bigger space. You know, there's no heat out here in this garage other than a torpedo heater, and with all the crap that I've got out here, you really can't work on anything. So I kind of hibernate in the wintertime. I do have this door, not that door, passenger door video that I started. I got the door completely disassembled. I need to take it and get blasted, and then I'll start doing some body work on that. So I started that in the fall, and I haven't done anything with it. So anyway, I'm gonna do the dash. We already talked about that. And then maybe I'll do the doors. And I'm thinking the 327 over there is gonna get some attention here. Thinking about, you know, swapping out the heads, different intake, and then, you know, we need to get our transmission. So, you know, so that's it. I hope to be back out here making some progress, maybe doing some little projects like the dash, just to get this thing moving again. I gotta start doing something. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.